Welcome back to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and I'm bringing you the Wave 2 unboxing of Wizkids Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing. So for those who don't know, Attack Wing is a miniatures game where you go and you build your army and you battle it out. It's based off of Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons & Dragons setting, which is having a fantastic resurgence right now. Wizkids has various sets and expansion packs that are out that feature pre-painted figures that you used to build your army. So the second wave has come out, and the wave is just these 3 sets. Really, really basic stuff. Small amount, not too much. They're not like flooding with where you're going to have to get dozens and dozens of sets every month. But the 3 releases are the Shadow Black Dragon, the Bovanic Deva Angel, and the Arakakra Troop expansion. Say all that 5 times fast. So the 3 sets you can go and use to build your army. So the first one that we're going to open up is the Shadow Black expansion pack. So this figure retails for about like $24.99 or so. We picked ours up on Amazon to get. We're going to open it up to show off what you get inside for the figure and talk about a little bit as far as what the figure brings to the game. So first and foremost, you get a lot for your $24.99. First and foremost, the biggest is the figure itself. So this is the Shadow Dragon. It's a really cool figure. So there's a bunch of dragons. Whoops, a bunch of dragons that are already out. Including Green Dragon, the Blue Dragon, the Copper Dragon, all come with the main game. And then the Green Dragon came with the, when I say Green Dragon, so the Red, Blue, Copper come with the main game. The Green Dragon came with the first expansion. And there's already been listed expansions 3 through 10. And a few more dragons are going to be added to that. So first, this is the Shadow. Really, really cool. I don't know how well it's going to come out on the video, but the figure, while it looks fairly dark, when you actually get it out into the light, it's pretty translucent. You can kind of see through it. Really kind of cool effect for the figure. It looks like a shadow. So first off, great figure. I think the sculpt's really, really cool. It'll look great battling it out. I can imagine what an army of this plus some wraiths and hobgoblins would look like. I think it would be pretty cool to stare at on the table. So figure itself, pretty awesome. Great to look at. The big thing is, what do we get actually with the figure itself? So let's open up the packaging and take a look. So the expansion pack includes the adventure booklet, of course the painted plastic dragon, transparent plastic bases with some pegs so you can put your dragon on the table, some tokens, maneuver dials, action tokens, altitude tokens, effects tokens, burst tokens, duration tokens, disabled upgrade token, armor tokens, exhaustion token, critical hit token, 1 no attack token, pivot token, campfire token, creature cards, maneuver cards, upgrade reference cards, blah 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 blah. So basically, you're going to get a whole bunch of more tokens for you to keep track of your figure throughout the game. So the tokens, they're all so far pretty basic. Nothing's kind of jumping out at me that's amazing. So this Fire 1 is, I think, fairly new. I can't think that it's on another set. But other than that, the tokens are pretty basic that you would expect from the sets. So what's going to stand out is the figure itself and what it brings to the game. So first, has an Adventure 4.2, a Night of Shadows. The scenario has 2 players. There's a 1-inch diameter campfire token. So the token for that fire comes with the scenario. You get campers is 60 points. So you get the Umbrellis, which I'm guessing is the name dragon in this. And the campers get 80 points, all ground creatures, plus upgrades. So you got a nice scenario to play out. As I said, you can play these battles, or you can play scenarios against your opponents. So before we get to the upgrades that you get with the token, let's actually look, or with the figure, let's actually look at the figure themselves and what you get. So first, we have the maneuver for the Black Dragon. let's say the maneuver is somewhat pretty limited. So that's the ground. On the ground, it's not moving a whole lot. And in flight, we see a little bit of green, a lot of white, and some black or some red maneuvers in there, primarily to turn around. So when it comes to flight, actually fairly maneuverable figure, which is a nice thing to add when it comes to dragons. So if you want a figure to get out there and fly around, it's going to be pretty helpful. So let's actually see the figure himself. We've got, for 35 points and 41 points is the two options for the figure. The 35 points gives you 3 attacks, 3 defense, 3 hearts, and 2 shields, where the 41 gives you pretty much all that. 1 extra heart, you can equip it with a little bit more, and the Umbrellas rolls +1 attack die whenever he attacks a creature that does not have him in its forward arc. So in other words, you're going to probably be using this figure to maneuver out of the way when it comes to flight, and then attack other figures from like their sides or their back. So instead, not maneuverable on the ground, but maneuverable in the air. It's a level 9 figure. Kind of expensive for both of them, 35 and 41. So, you know, if you're playing a 120-point game and 41 points, you're already at a third of your cost. But let's see what else it brings for the actual figure as to what it does. So we got Shadow. It's a reference card. So Shadow allows you to... Shadow creatures are considered to be in darkness when they're in an adventure that specifies that it is dimly lit or takes place outside at night. Shadow creatures are also considered in darkness when they're within range of a darkness spell. So keep that in mind when you are doing some combinations. Each time a shadow creature defends while it is in darkness, it may convert one of its results to that. So you can dodge a little bit better, and then a shadow creature that ends faint action in darkness does not receive an exhaustion token. Good to know. So in other words, you're basically hiding in the dark. You want to go and find someone that can cast some spells, like a darkness spell, get that going, and get your figure kind of out through that to dodge. So let's actually look at what you get. So it comes with 4 items you'll be equipping your dragons with. We have a spell, and then we've got a campaign artifact that you get from the campaign. So the campaign artifact is costing 4 points. It's called the Ebon Cloak. You are considered to be a shadow creature, so your reference card. If your creature already features the shadow keyword, then you are considered to always be in darkness, even in daylight, near a campfire, or in the presence of a light spell. So that is pretty cool. It's not like you're going to be able to use that for either of the dragons, but it gives you a little combo to put that on some other figures, like maybe equip some certain sorcerers or something like that, and do a nice shadow force. We have darkness. Here's the actual spell for darkness. See, things get combos and kept together in this game. So let's check out the spell. So the spell costs 3. You need to be at least a level 3 to cast it. So you place 3 exhaustion tokens as upgrade. Any light special effects within range 2 of the burst token is immediately removed from play. In addition, the burst token receives the continuous effect below. Then every creature touching or within range 2 of the burst token rolls a +1 defense die during combat. Creatures attacked by a shadow creature do not receive this bonus. When this effect ends for any reason, discard this card. So kind of cool. So basically, you take your mage, throw out that spell, and then rush in your shadow dragon to do some attacks from the side or the back, preferably. So then we have Frightful Presence. You attack. This one costs 4. Each affected creature receives a fear token. Creature with the fear token cannot attack for the duration of the effect. When this effect ends for any reason, discard this card. Kind of cool. Cost 3. Merciless. After you inflict a face-up damage card against a creature, you may immediately discard this card to inflict 1 additional face-down damage card against that creature. Must be a black dragon to equip. So we know that a black dragon's coming out when the future sets, so that's going to be a nice bonus to use for that one. Shadow Breath. It's cost is dragon's primary weapon. Use your primary weapon value to make a separate attack against each creature in range 3 cone. In your forward arc, this attack penetrates armor. Afterwards, place some timing tokens on this. So great combination. Put this with your dragon. You can make a separate attack against each creature within range of the cone. Do that while coming in from behind or from the side or whatever. So again, we're seeing a lot of great combinations that are going to be pretty helpful. Then we have Necrotic Oppression, cost 3. During the combat phase, you may target one creature that was just damaged by your Shadow Breath. You may disable one upgrade of your choice that is equipped by the damaged creature. So get in there, do an attack, and mess with the other player's figures as far as their upgrades. So we're seeing here is there's like a maneuverable figure in the air. The idea is to get some darkness out there, get the figure around, get the creature around, and do your attacks preferably from like the side or the rear. There's some great bonuses in here that you can for upgrades that you can do some combinations, some pretty nasty combinations. Sounds like a kind of a cool figure to keep in your army. So this is just one of the packs that have come out for the second wave of Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing. You can come back and you can check out our other videos. We're going to be going through the other 2 packs to see how they compare to this one. But if anything is any indication, this is kind of a cool one to start with. So as always, this is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, all at Graphic Policy. Until next time, keep it geeky.